Marci with Speedy Vinyl. Today we're going to do a really quick, hopefully live tutorial on how to use HTV. Basic tutorial from start to finish. I'm going to use a Cricut today, so you can see. I'll have Austin come over here. So what we're cutting is how to use Easyweed HTV. So I just used the first font that came up. It doesn't really matter for this tutorial. I'm going to do it all in gold. We're going to set that to cut, and then I'm going to talk about the different types of vinyl. So I'm using a very loved Silhouette mat. Shiny side down. You can see this is the shiny side. This is the dull side. And we're going to talk about why one side is shiny and one side isn't. But you want to put your shiny side down on your mat. This is after you're ready to cut, so everything is ready in Design Space. Or if you're using your Silhouette in your design software. So I'm going to put it here. It's on my mat. It's ready to go. The iron-on setting for regular Easyweed. If you're using glitter, you are going to want to use the light cardstock. I can link to all of that. So I'm ready to go. I'm going to push Make It. So the key thing when you're doing HTV is that your shiny side is down and that you're mirroring your image. So right here in Design Space it says mirror. So go ahead and toggle that on and you can see it's mirrored your image. And we'll talk about why as soon as I get this cutting. So I'm going to press continue and it's finding the Explore Air 3. It's telling me I'm set on iron-on, which is great. It's reminding me here to make sure that it's mirrored because my machine is understanding that I have it on iron-on and it's reminding me, make sure you're mirroring your image or you'll cry or you'll want to cry. So let's load it into...
It's getting super bright on the camera. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find where it's not getting so bright so you can see what the screen should look like as you're ready to cut.
So I've loaded my mat, and if you have a Cricut, it's flashing, it's ready to go. So Austin, you're going to come around here and I will explain. So while that is cutting, I quickly want to explain the different types of vinyl. If you're new to vinyl, when you hear HTV, which stands for heat transfer vinyl, if you hear 651 or 631 or adhesive or permanent or removable, it can be a little bit confusing. So let's talk about the differences. Adhesive vinyl is, most generally you're going to hear 651 or 631. And you can tell that it's 631 or 651 because on the back, it says it. If it's genuine Oracal 651, which is all we sell. When we say it's Oracal, it's Oracal. It says it here on the back. So you can see here's black and white. And I know that this is adhesive, which means it is not for clothing. It is not heat transfer because it says it right here on the back. Now to be able to tell that you have HTV, there's nothing on the back. And I wanted to show you a couple of examples. So for the white, the back is white, shiny on the front, dull on the back, black, shiny on the front, and dull on the back.
Why is that thing clicking?
It's just catching. I didn't get it underneath of there. And then for the lemon yellow, here, I'll see if I can hold this. There's some mailman's at the door. So for the lemon yellow, you can see the color is on the back, but it's white on the back. So color on the front, white on the back, no words, no writing. Genuine Siser material, no writing. Now, I was saying something earlier about how this is shiny on one side and why it's shiny. So it's shiny because Siser has already applied the transfer tape. Now, when you think about using an adhesive vinyl like Oracal 651, which is permanent, or Oracal 631, which is removable, you cut your design without mirroring, you weed it, which means you're taking out all the excess material. The stuff that you do not want. You're weeding that out, we're throwing that away, and then we're putting our transfer tape over the top so we can get it off of the backing nicely, keep all the letters together over the images to apply it to the surface. With Easyweed, Siser has already put that carrier sheet, which is called TTD, on top of there for us. Oh, here it is. This one's a little wrinkly, but this is exactly what is on top of Easyweed. Caesar's just put it on there for us, which is great. And essentially what that means is after you're done weeding, your image, your letters, your design is gonna stay in place. So when you're done weeding, you're not gonna have to then take each little letter and set it like a sticker on top of your clothing to press it. That transfer tape is keeping it in place. So that's what that's for. You don't have to put any transfer tape on it when you're done weeding, it's already there. So let's weed this quickly. Hopefully I didn't make it too big. I am putting this on one of those cute little tiny Siser tees.
Let me see your mat too really quick.
Okay.
Just wanna
It's a pretty
talking
loved mat. It's
talking
dirty.
about making things too big, which is something that I'm super bad at. I make things way too big all the freaking time.
He does.
So a good way to do it, now there's devices out there you can get what's called, there's like a T-square, or there's actually a t-shirt measurer that you can use for your heat press and that kind of thing. But an excellent way to just get an idea of sizing is just take your mat and just kind of hold it up to your shirt, or lay it on your shirt if it's on the table or whatever. And that way you can kind of visualize how big it is, because sometimes it's kind of hard based on how zoomed in you are on your computer for the sizing. So that's a good way to check for sizing. So.
Okay. So this is the way that our image cut. This is the side that we saw, because the shiny side was down on the mat. And you can see now when you're looking at the shiny side that it reads correctly. So it's reading from left to right.
There it is.
How to use Easyweed HTV.
Trying to focus it.
Sorry.
It's kind of focusing. Yeah, you can kind of see it. So anyway, this is the shiny side.
This is the shiny side.
That's what we're getting at.
And it's shiny because it has that carrier sheet, that transfer tape. Now, most people know, but if you're new, you might not know, this is called weeding. And let me see if I have something to put this on so you can see that table is white. Here we go. So, what weeding means, it means that we are removing the excess. The part that we do not want on our shirt or our material, we are going to take off. And the beauty of Easyweed is that it weeds easy. You don't have to go as slow and tedious generally as you do when you're weeding adhesive vinyls, unless you have a very thin lines or lots of detail. You're going to want to be a little bit more careful.
Just try not to crease this clear liner, because you just don't want to bend your vinyl. It'll press a little bit better if you don't crease it. So when you're peeling that initial off, like Marci was doing, walking around with her fingers, that's a good thing to be mindful of too.
So I'm weeding out the cavities, the insides of my letters, and everything that's around it. And this was a piece of scrap, but this is Siser's Easyweed in gold. Now all heat transfer vinyl is going to be the same for the method of cutting when it comes to shiny side down, mirror your image, with the exception of printed HTV, but we're not going to confuse you. So if you're not using printed HTV, then don't worry about it. So here's regular Easyweed in gold. We cut it the shiny side down and we've weeded out the excess. So here's all of our excess. That's garbage. We'll throw that away. So now I have these super little cute Siser tees. Little bit too small to fit a Maltese, in case you wanted to know. Would probably fit a baby doll. Not quite big enough for a Maltese. We've tried that. So, a good rule of thumb for your heat press is 305 to 310, 10 to 15 seconds. You do not have to have a heat press. That's one really great thing about Siser's Easyweed and all of their products really, is that you can use a home iron. If it doesn't have a heat setting, Just turn it as high as it's gonna go. No steam, so don't put water in there. No steam. And the key is the pressure and the time. So put a lot of body weight into it if you're using your home iron to make sure that it's really gonna adhere. So I'm gonna take this and place it here on my QT.
I would do a...
Oh, that's true. We need to do a quick
It's always a good idea to preheat your garment 2 to 3 seconds. That's it. That's just gonna get some of the wrinkles out. It's gonna get so that when you're putting your Easyweed on there, it's gonna stick a little bit better as you get your placement correct.
Austin earlier said that he's really bad about cutting things too big. I'm really bad about making things crooked. So we'll just roll with it.
Usually I make things too big and they're crooked.
That's why we sell the supply and let you guys make the things.
I should put a picture up.
You make the things.
The very first shirt that I ever made, it was a Harley shirt, and I put like I did a Harley 1 logo, if anybody's familiar with that, and it was like way low and like to the left on the back of a shirt. It looks so ridiculous. That was my very first shirt. I've come a long way since then.
You should use a cover sheet. I think ours is in the back. This was a really impromptu video tutorial we decided to do. So it'll be okay. But if you do have a cover sheet, use that, which is a Teflon sheet. If you don't, a piece of parchment paper or a really thin tea towel works well as well. So we're going to go ahead and press this. I'm going to let that go. We'll let it count down. And if anybody has any questions, you can leave them in the comments. I know that a lot of this is basic information, but we tend to forget sometimes that there are a lot of new beginners in that.
Everyone was new
You
once.
have to know. So now this clear TTD, the transfer tape that was already on our HTV, is ready to come off. And we're going to go slow. I like to go a little slow just in case it didn't quite adhere. You can easily push it back down, press again. So I like to go slow. Looks like we're going to get a really great, easy peel.
Jessica, when layering anything, and it's kind of a weird thing and it takes some getting used to, but like with Easyweed, let's say you were going to do Easyweed and then let's say we were going to put glitter around it or something, what you would do is you would press your Easyweed for like 3 or 4 seconds, peel your liner, and then put your glitter on and then press it all together for 10 seconds. That'll help prevent overpressing, overheating, and burning your garment.
Also, with what Austin just said, keep in mind if you are doing a design with glitter, glitter has to be the top layer.
Yes.
You cannot layer on top of glitter. So make sure that it is the top layer.
So there's our finished shirt. That's how easy it is. Here's our clear liner. This is what's left. This is like the transfer tape. You can see the negative cut out of it where the blade was. So it's that simple. I know that HTV, I've talked to a lot of people, and I know every one of you guys that have used a lot of HTV are like, oh, it's so easy. But I've talked to so many people that, and even you in the beginning have to admit to yourself that it's a little confusing. It's a little scary at first, a little, you know, so.
So to recap, if you are going to be using an adhesive vinyl, when you hear somebody say 651, 631, permanent, removable, those are all words that scream adhesive. That means no heat. Don't use your heat press. Please don't put Oracal 651 on a shirt. We see these in Facebook groups all the time, and it's a learning curve, but please don't do it. You'll know because you'll see it on the back.
The best way to know, regardless of whether it's Oracal or if it's some other brand, if you bought it from somewhere else other than Speedy Vinyl, shame on you. But if it's paper backed, if it has a paper backing, you know it's adhesive. You will never find an HTV on a paper backing. If you bought HTV that's on a paper backing, you didn't buy HTV.
And you didn't buy it from us.
You definitely didn't buy it. You didn't buy it from us. So.
Adhesive, you need your transfer tape in addition. So adhesive, shiny side up, not shiny side down. You cut your image, you weed out the excess, and weeding means taking away the parts you do not want. You put your transfer tape on top. Use a Speedy Vinyl Squeegee. It'll save your patience. They work awesome. But with Easyweed, Siser has been so nice to already put that transfer tape, which is not the same as this. It's completely different. It's for HTV, so keep that in mind. but they've already put that on top for us so that once we weed our design or our letters, it's going to stay in place. It's going to look just how you had it and how you sent it to the mat, so that you can then flip it and you can put it on your shirt.
Here's a great first project for people that have just got their crickets and maybe haven't done a bunch of HTV or anything. I'm sure that most of you have started with Oracal or a similar adhesive. A great first project is cut reminders that you can press on your cricket. So like a good one is always mirror HTV. To this day, matter of fact, yesterday, I cut something unmirrored, not thinking about it. Could not believe I did it. I own a vinyl shop. I should know better.
It happens. It happens to everyone.
It happens to everyone. So it's a great reminder, and it's a great, one of those first projects just to do if you're looking for something that's useful, but you don't really want to just, do something you're not going to use. So
use 651 and decorate your machine. Decorate your Cameo. Decorate your Cricut on the inside lid that says HTV. Reverse it. Mirror it. Shiny side down.
What I'd love to see is, I want to see in the comments here, and it can be after this live is over, I want to see people's Cricuts and Cameos. I want to see the decals that people have made for reminders.
We have these up here, and all of this information is available on Siser's website as well, which is the cut settings, which is going to be different for your machine. If you're using a Cricut for Easyweed, you're going to use blade as standard, normal iron-on setting. If you're using your Cameo, you are going to use blade standard 3. You're going to set it to HTV material smooth. Speed 8, thickness 6. Can't get the words out. And that will vary slightly from material to material. But all that information is available, and we can link that as well. If you're local, just ask me when you come in.
We have them printed off.
All of these printed out, and we can give those to you, obviously for free, to take with you as good reminders for the different types of vinyl. So, are there any other questions? I hope that we covered legitimately the super basics, because you just have to start somewhere. Some people just don't know.
We're also going to do we're going to do a whole series, and I know that I've said this forever, but we're going to start doing a series of just basic how-tos, so that you guys can learn and really, develop your ability, and because it's so much fun, and there's a lot of fun. There's so many things. I mean, as a guy, this is something that I never, ever would have thought, oh, I'm going to do this. But you can use it for so many things. The possibilities are truly endless, and we just want every one of you guys to be as skillful as possible, and we're going to try to really develop an excellent series of videos. I like to edit and do those things, so we're going to do a lot with a lot of production value, so they can be really easy to follow and have like notes and things like that in there, and really go slow, step by step, really line it out across all of these materials. And so start looking for that. Again, check out our YouTube. If you haven't made it over to our YouTube, that's where a lot of these are going to fall. Make sure you subscribe. We're still giving away a Cricut. I can't believe nobody has won this Cricut yet. Brand new Cricut Air 2 in mint. It's beautiful.
It is
plus
beautiful.
2 runner-up prizes. As soon as that one is given away, we're going to do another like or subscribe giveaway that will probably be a Cricut maker. So you're not going to want to miss this stuff, guys. Please check us out. Go to YouTube, search Speedy Vinyl.
Another thing, make sure you're following on Facebook.
Yes.
Right now, just liking is not enough. Facebook has changed all of their algorithms, and we have noticed that the majority of you guys are not seeing our stuff anymore. And we don't spam you. We don't have 50 posts a day.
We try not to do that.
So make sure where you see like, there's also a follow button. Click follow. Do the drop down. Make sure that the notifications are turned on, because over the next couple of weeks, we're going to do more flash sales. We have a really good idea for a coupon code coming up. We're still working on the mystery box. So make sure, and BOGO. We did BOGO Monday,
There's a lot of people that
people
missed
had
out.
no idea because we hadn't done it in a month. People had no idea because you're not seeing, and that's good old Facebook hiding. So make sure you are following.
Honestly, our flash sales too. You don't want to miss our flash sales, because sometimes we do
good,
like
and they're
really
only an hour.
insane flash sales, and we just don't want anybody to miss them. So make sure you
Hi,
go
Ruthie.
on,
Hi, Kimberly.
follow our page, so that you're getting our turn the notifications on.
Yep, Jessica just said she missed it too because she didn't see it.
Yep, it's
Sorry, Jessica.
It's a new thing with Facebook. They're trying to trim out a lot of
Spam.
businesses that over spam it and bog everything down. We try not to. If we post anything, it's maybe once a day max.
Yeah.
So so make sure you go on, follow, check out our YouTube, subscribe to that. All you have to do is like, subscribe, comment on a video to be entered in to win that cricket.
I will reshare the thing on Facebook that links it directly here shortly.
Yeah.
So if you haven't entered to win that cricket, you can.
Yep. So
Shout out to my brother John,
John.
in Nebraska if he's still
The
watching.
Nintendo wizard.
He has been taken over. He's been using my sister-in-law's cricket, and he's
It's funny how
learning
that works. I want to know how many people's husbands or boyfriends have taken over their machine and had to get a second machine because. Put that stuff down in the comments. We love to hear that kind of stuff,
It's
guys.
fun.
We try to be very personally connected to you guys. We feel very personally connected to you.
So if this video was helpful for you, you can just write in the comments, thanks John, because he texted me today asking me questions, and I said, give me an hour to get to the shop, and we'll do a live video for you. So this one was for John and other newbies.
Yep.
So you can learn how to use it.
As always, guys, you're always welcome to reach out to us. Send us a message on Facebook. Send us an email. It comes directly to both me and Marci's phone. We will always do everything we can to help
John's
you.
here.
Help you solve your projects. Help you solve whatever you're working on.
Just let us know.
Yeah, we can't thank you guys enough for being part of the Speedy Vinyl family. And we hope you guys have a very wonderful day.
Okay, and one very last thing to touch base on before we go. We're working on rolls. I'm sorry. We know rolls are so depleted.
Yep,
those rolls are depleted. These rolls are depleted. And we
This
said in the
week,
last
I'm
video,
working on it.
We'll say it again. We appreciate everyone's patience through
You
over
guys
the
just
last
buy them
month.
as soon as we load them in. Man, like the other day, we put in like 100 and something rolls of black and 100 and something rolls of white HTV, and
Gone.
all that's left is 5 rolls of white.
Gone.
I mean, they go
Just
so fast.
Go
So
quickly.
I'm trying. I promise, I'm trying.
Thank you, Ruthie.
I'm
We appreciate that.
I can't say anything about it, but there's very big things coming from Siser.
Can't say anything. Isn't that rude? I can't say anything about it. I'm going to leave that right there.
I'm just going to put that out there. There's some
Can't
big
tell
things
ya.
coming. Some stuff that I guarantee every single one of you has thought, man, I wish that they would have this. And, well, they do. We'll just say that.
And if they do, you know we do, because we love Caesar.
I called them this morning. They sent me an email. I called them this morning. I said, hey, I need this on the truck today. So we're going to get stuff going. So be on the lookout for all the new stuff coming.
And if you guys need anything in particular, if there's a video, something that you guys just like, you can't master, you just want to know more about, you want to see us do it, comment it, send us a message. Say, hey, I'd really like to see a video that tells me about the difference between Stretch and Easyweed and why I should use it.
Yeah.
And we'll do that.
Hey, that's
So,
that.
Let
I
us
might
know.
do that video
Let us know what you need.
in the next week or so. So
Jessica, I love these emojis. These are cracking me up. And Ruthie, that was rude. I agree. She said that was rude.
well,
Dangle that right there. But okay, we're gonna let everybody go. I know that our lunch is about over, and we have to unlock the doors again because we have amazing local customers that will be in. So thank you everybody for watching this hopefully informative, quick. I feel like I can't catch my breath today.
We're both long-winded. I think we both talk a lot.
Too much.
Do we talk a lot?
Much. We do. Well, thank you for suffering through that.
I like
and
to talk.
Thanks, John, for the good idea for this quick live tutorial.
Quick.
Quick 35 minutes live tutorial.
Hour later.
Don't forget, log on www.speedyvinylshop.com. Order your Siser Easyweed. We are authorized resellers, which means we have top quality, direct from Siser, amazing, fresh new products.
It's the real McCoy. Don't
deal.
get scammed and buy. I've heard too many people tell me they get scammed on Amazon because they're buying fake stuff. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Take advantage when you buy 20 plus sheets.
Trust me, if the deal is too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Any colors, and you save 26.2%, which is Really good. So log on, stock up on Easyweed. You're going to love it, and you're going to have a ton of fun. Thank you for watching today. And only order vinyl from SpeedyVinylShop.com because we love you all. And you don't have to wait months. You order right now, there's a really good chance that you're going to have a tracking number in the next 45 minutes. So thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. And you have anything else, Austin?
I could talk for hours.
But let's go ahead and zoom over here. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you all. Have a wonderful afternoon. SpeedyVinylShop.com. Get your orders in, and we will get them shipped out quickly.
YouTube. Don't forget YouTube.
Don't forget
Check it
YouTube.
out. YouTube.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye.